Hello, everybody. Hold on. Let me get my girl off the stage. I don't know why my computer is acting retarded right now, but it is acting so crazy. What's up, y'all? Hello. It is dying. It is dying. It's not going to put me where I want to be, and then I'm going to fight. There we go. Oh, goodness. Welcome to the show. Um, I started off with that one for a reason. First thing, Lisa Page Brooks is my all-time favorite. I ain't saying that because it's personal. I'm saying that because it's real. And anybody that knows me will tell you that Lisa Page Brooks is, listen, that's in my top three. Don't care what nobody say. But that song, when I listened to it earlier, I shed some tears. It just brought back so many memories. Bishop Michael Brooks was, and then it hit me that I'm living in the building where he actually lived when I first met him. So that brought, it was just an emotional morning. But anyhow, that song is, oh my God, I want to say was released in 92, and it rocks. It rocked then and it rocks now. That's why we started off with that one. So let's get our hellos out the way. Robert, welcome. General Davis, hello. CC, hello. Tasha, hello. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? I did, and it won't let me go back up. Oh my gosh. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. But welcome to you all. Welcome to you all. Glad to see you all in the building. It is Sunday night and it is her edition. So before the ladies get in the room, I just want to run a couple commercials real quick. Just to eh, run a couple commercials real quick. Nothing too big, but let's go. That was it. That's hit that like button. I don't know why it continues to do this. Hit that like button, subscribe if you have not. Get yourself back up here. Stop doing this foolishness. You know what? One more time. That's all right. We all here together. We doing it. Um, hit that like button if you have not hit it already. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Join. Consider being a member of the Shine Talk Show. I believe it's only 99 cents a month. 99 cents a month. That's, I mean, what can you say with that? Please share the videos. Again, go back and watch some of the old videos and like them, or some of the shorts. Anything that's in the, it's a lot of stuff to watch, so you can go back and hit the like button on those. You can comment. I usually respond. What's up, Courtney? Courtney is in the house. Yeah, subscribe. Let's see how many likes we got. Let me see how many likes we have. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run this commercial. I'm gonna let y'all hit the like button. You can go and subscribe to for this minute and 19 seconds. So I'm gonna give y'all a chance to go like, go subscribe, and you can hit the star next to it and join while I run this commercial. Cause nope, it ain't enough likes for me to even bring the panel up. So
Technology will decide for you. This class is not about writing prompts. It is not about chasing trends, and it is not about fear. This is about reclaiming authority. You already understand your calling. You already understand your work. When you shift how you think about artificial intelligence, you increase your impact without compromising your faith. This is how you become faith first in an AI-driven world. You are invited to join us for the Faith-Based AI Masterclass, not to replace human wisdom, but to strengthen it. You will walk away with a new way of thinking about AI, not as a threat, not as a master, but as a tool that serves divine purpose. Together, we will examine your work, what should be released, what can be automated, and where human discernment must remain, so that regardless of how technology evolves, you remain essential, you remain called, you remain indispensable. If you missed the previous session, this is your opportunity. If you attended before, this is your next level. On February 7th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, join us live on Zoom for a full day of faith-based AI masterclass. You will leave with clarity, with confidence, and with a framework for leading, not reacting, in the age of artificial intelligence. Registration is just $97. To register, visit zoemasterstries.com/masterclass9700. Faith is not being replaced by technology. It is being revealed through it. The Jordan Institute for Spiritual Technology and Digital Theology, where faith meets innovation.
okay, next Saturday. Why you take me off? Next Saturday, next Saturday. Listen, you do not want to miss this AI masterclass. I was in the last one and I've been using a whole lot of stuff if you can't tell. But it is worth the $97. Actually, it's worth more than the $97. So if you have not registered, you still have time. Please, please, please. I'm telling you, if you have not gotten into it, you better get into it. And they give you a lot of tools to use. Courtney, whenever you are ready, hon, you can come on in. Um, oh, this right here. Um, Congratulations to Jeanette Chavis. She is the winner of one of the winners of a Shine Talk Show hat. So let's give her a hand for becoming a member of the Shine Talk Show. So yeah, we thank you, we thank you, Danetta. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Um, let's see. Give me the thumbs up when you're ready, because you know I'll be on some. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
All
What's
right.
up?
Hey,
What's go-
everybody. Good evening.
you said you did not have to. You could have waited till you got home.
Okay. I I
I
I don't.
mean,
I'm not trying to belabor the time because you know.
okay. Yeah, tonight we kind of time because we got Josh coming on tonight.
Right.
I
And I
need
wanted
I
to make
need
sure
his link. He didn't.
he dropped it in St. James's chat, so you may have to go back
Okay.
to the live, or if
Does anybody, Jacqueline, do you have
Yeah, I was about to add. I was just about to ask if Jacqueline had it, if she could drop it.
do you
Um,
have Josh's link? If you can put it in the chat, please, please, please. Tarsha Global, welcome hon. The link is in the chat if you want to. Hold on, I can pin it.
and then when I get home, I'm probably gonna switch over to my computer so that I can simulcast. If I'm saying that correctly,
Okay.
if that's okay, bro. It's my daughter's
Girl,
birthday. Is this light
I
already?
already told you. Oh, why I can't pin the stream yard?
I thought it was already. It's not already pinned. I thought it was already pinned.
I thought I had pinned it, but I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I want to pin Josh's link so that whoever is not following Josh, please go and when we go off of here, please. I tried to pull it up, it doesn't work. I did too. I don't think because he hasn't started yet. I don't know if that's why, but I tried to
Okay.
subscribe to um okay, you copy it from his page. Okay, good. Dr. RT Blue, welcome, welcome. Somebody don't be checking their emails, but I ain't gonna say no names. I ain't gonna say no names.
I need to ask you, how is your shoulder? What's going on with that?
Okay, so um hold on, mute real quick because you got the echo. You in the
Okay.
car? So I did go to the doctor. They were trying to schedule me a date for this week, either Tuesday or Thursday, but insurance, um they want to do the cortisone shot first. So I was saying yesterday, I did a live yesterday. I was like, had a whole meltdown in the doctor's office on the way home because I was like, okay, I know the cortisone shot is not going to help. I know this. And they want you to wait 2 to 4 weeks to see if the cortisone works. So that's just an extra 2 to 4 weeks that I feel like I'm going to still be in pain versus me having the surgery this week. And in those 3 weeks, I could be healing. So it's just frustrating. It's just frustrating. And then with the whole unemployment and woo, they want you to do the SSI, and you know how SSI is. They deny the first time, the second time, the third time. So I'm just like in that whole process. So I'm like, I can't work. I can't even do my own stuff. So it's kind of one of them like, ugh.
But let me ask you this: Can you? Well, never mind. It's probably too deep in your business. I'm gonna come about your business. But I'll hit you up offline.
Okay. Tarsha, you ready, honey? Um, yeah,
Yes.
it's just one of those things where, and it's crazy because when you do these applications, you are as honest as you can be because you want to, and then they call you like, well, are you sure that this is this? And I'm like, yeah. Well, no, we denied it. So now they wanted to go to get all the medical records and do all of it. And I'm like, so y'all want me to lie? Like, I don't think that that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Now, I do know that there are people out here that be doing the scheme scams. So I get what they're trying to do, but at the same time, it's like, dang, y'all mess it up for the people who really out here like trying to do it, like, or really need it. So it's just But they did. I was like, can y'all put me to sleep? No. I was like, so y'all getting ready to stick this long needle again in my shoulder. So all of the pain just came to my head. So they was like, well, we can give you something to take before you come. So they ordered me one pill that I, that I pick up in the morning on the way, and I hope it does something, but I don't know. Y'all pray for me because I had a meltdown today because I'm not scared. It's not a scare thing. It's just that pain that I know is getting ready to occur that I don't want to do. That's really all it is. I'm not scared, but do I want to endure that pain again on top of the already pain? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What's going on, Tarsha Global?
Hello, everybody. How are you doing on this wonderful evening?
Hey, Tarsha.
Hi,
Good.
Courtney. How are you doing?
I'm
I'ma
doing
just
well.
ask the question and get it on out the way. What you cook, girl?
Okay, so I made something simple tonight. I made shrimp linguine and I made a Caesar salad. Something light. I didn't go too heavy with it today.
Okay. Okay.
Tarsha, have you considered doing like cooking here and there on your channel or no?
No, only because I just haven't had the desire to do that. But a few people have asked me to actually interesting. My very first Instagram was of me posting my food, but I stopped doing that about 2 years ago. So,
I
um,
I listen, you was on the mother's board at 12. I feel like whatever it is
Right.
that you do, you gon' I think because the dishes that you talk about is you and St. James, y'all be you would make a person go to the grocery store in a minute. Like,
well, in my real life, my family is kind of known for their cooking. I've been cooking since I was 11 years old. My sister is a caterer. She actually has her own catering company. So, Um, my family was the family on the block where everybody would come to our house and congregate and eat food. So I kind of grew up with food has always been how we showed our love in my family. So everything revolved around if we had a problem, everybody would come in my mother's kitchen and
mm,
we're solving the problems while we're, making a sweet potato pie and,
mm.
my stepfather was Caribbean, so he's from Jamaica, so he taught me how to make Jamaican food. So I grew
That's
up
where that
yeah, so
okay.
I grew up and he was a baker. Him and his friends owned a Jamaican bakery in Queens. So I grew up, my whole life was always centered around delicious food. A way of showing our love to people would be to cook for them. But the only one who actually turned it into a business is my sister. So I have to give her props because it's not easy.
That's cool. That's
Hmm.
cool. That's my dad is from my stepdad is from Louisiana. So when him and my mom got married, when I tell you everything from scratch, don't bring no boxes, no cans, don't bring that's it with some pet milk or something. Don't bring none of that stuff in here. We don't so I get it. I get it. I
Sean, can you
love.
cook?
Mhm. Girl, I didn't get to be almost 500 pounds. I used to, true story. when he was like showing me how to like do pound cakes and stuff, he would like write the recipes out. So I had like 5 different recipes, and just it would be like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. I would get up and just make a pound cake. And my mama would wake up a couple times when I first started. She would come in the kitchen like, "What are you?" After a while, she just stopped doing it. But of course, when you cooking cakes, you gotta eat the bowl and you gotta taste this and you gotta do that. So yeah, like my dad makes eggnog from scratch. Like we didn't
Mhm.
go to the store and buy eggnog. That wasn't no.
Mhm.
That we didn't do that. So hey, Inspired, just so being me, J. Rochelle. Yeah, yeah. I'm
That that's scratch cooking. That last night I actually for dessert we have banana pudding, but I made it last night because I like to make banana pudding the night before so it can chill and set in the
mm-hmm.
refrigerator. But the very first way that I learned how to make banana pudding, for those of you who don't know, the original Southern way is to bake it in the oven. And we made the custard from
Mm-hmm.
scratch, but and
Mm-hmm.
you put the meringue at the top. But as time
Mm-hmm.
has went on, my family, we've been doing it the quick way, which is with the instant pudding mix, and we build it
Yeah.
from there. But yeah, scratch cooking is the way that I learned. I don't know how to certain things I just refuse to make out the box. Like I
Mm-hmm.
never ever ever make macaroni and cheese out the box. I do everything from scratch. Everything's getting cut up. So it's a process, but the end result is always delicious.
Yeah, that my mother for a long time, she wasn't buying no bag cheese. They was grating cheese or just slicing and the grating cheese. It wasn't no bag cheese until they started getting older, but like scratch,
Mhm.
separating egg whites and egg yolks and do like yeah. My
Mhm.
mother made rolls from scratch, and when I say roll, I mean like our whole kitchen counter would just be rolls, just
Mhm.
pans and pans and pans of rolls, and she been kneading and well, did it rise? Will it rise? And then you got to do something else and let it rise again and all that. And I used to be like, Jesus Christ. But
Mhm.
that was real food. Like, and we ain't had no heart problems and diabetes and all of that when we was cooking like that either. But that's for another day.
Yes.
That is for another day. Courtney is on her way home. Happy birthday.
I am actually about to pull into the garage now, so I'm gonna drop off and then once I get to my
Okay.
computer, I'll log back in.
Okay. So Tasha, y'all got hit with some more snow.
Well, you know what? I don't know what happened today. I don't think it was what they thought it was going to be because I kept looking out the
Okay.
window. I saw nothing, but it was bitter cold today. So it seems like that nor'easter missed us, which was good because I was like, I'm not complaining, but at the same time, I don't really want to have no more snow.
Yeah, I kept
I'm
looking out
over
the
it.
window like then I kept looking at the weather. I'm like, now y'all said it was supposed to be, but yeah, I'm the cold. I didn't even go outside, so I don't even know how cold it is. I let the dogs out. That was about it. I didn't.
Yeah, but I'm not going to complain because New York, we haven't really had hard winters in a long time. I mean, the last few years has been abnormally warm. We haven't really
Mm-hmm.
had like bitter cold weather like this, I would say, since I was growing up. I remember school never closed. You still had to go to school during a blizzard.
Oh
I
yeah.
remember coming home one time during the blizzard. I was in junior high school, and I was like, why did my mother send me to school today? But back then, you had to go to school,
You
rain,
went to
sleet, or
school.
snow.
I'm pretty sure we done had frostbite and just didn't know it because we went to school. What no
Hmm
Wasn't no school closing, and I know I didn't came home a many a days and just been cold for a long time. Like Jesus,
Yes,
like
yes,
what the?
yes. So
So these kids, they don't know. They don't know.
no, and now
They
they could do remote school.
it was
Mm-hmm.
good for a minute during
Mm-hmm.
the pandemic, but at the same time, I think it did a lot of harm because I think kids need connection.
They do need connection, and so what they do now is when there's years ago before remote school, a snow day would just be a snow day, but now when the kids when it snows, the school district will send, well, in New York, I don't know about anywhere else, the kids have a laptop, they have a board of ed ID number, they log in. We're going to have remote class tomorrow instead of coming in, so it's not really an official snow day. They still have
Mm-hmm.
school, but they have to log in for the day. But
Yep.
most of these kids ain't log in. These kids was playing a video game, doing what they wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. I had
Hmm.
one of my, and it's crazy because one of my friends was a teacher. And I said, so how's it like, how's it going? She said, well, I log in. Most times there's nobody there. She said, so I take attendance and hey, you not there. I'm not gonna say you there. She said, so I just mark who there, who not there. She said, and I just leave my computer on. If somebody came, then I would teach. She said, but them kids wasn't logging in like that.
When I tell you remote school, because I have a 15-year-old son, so when he was doing remote school, and I would go in his room to look at the screen. What some of these kids was doing was too, it was so hilarious. One little boy laying in the bed eating Doritos. Another little girl, she's laying down with the blanket
Mm-hmm.
over her.
It
I'm
was
like,
correct.
it was so crazy. And see, with me, I would have my son, I would tell him, uh, he would sit because he has, his own computer set up in his room. You get up, you wash your face, you sit at the computer desk like you are in your class.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would make him sit there like he was, in a very studious manner. But I would look at the Zoom like, because I would be home making his lunch or whatever, and I would go check on him. I'm looking at the screen, and you would hear the teacher say, "Whoever that is snoring," and then they gotta put the person on mute. And the teacher wouldn't say anything to these kids, and I'm like,
They
shouldn't you be
didn't.
telling these kids to get up? They're on the camera, and they would say, your camera has to be on. Your camera has to be on. So every camera shot you would see what all of these kids are doing. Some of them look like they was looking at TV, then they're looking at the screen.
Playing the
I
video
said,
game.
playing video games. I said, oh, I don't know how long this is gonna last, but this is a hot mess.
And it's crazy because my daughter, I was worried about her. Like it was her junior year, and I'm like, oh, they like what they gonna do? How they gonna? And every morning for about 2 weeks, I would get up like, Michelle, you do yours. She'd be like, I went to class already. I did everything. I'm done. And I would be like, wait, what? What? I'm like, she stayed straight A's all the way through. Like she didn't miss a homework assignment. She was in class every day. She was like, I'm graduating. Whatever they tell us that I got to do, she was like, I'm graduating. I'm not staying no longer than I got to be there. And I was like, wow. Like, so finally I said, well, shoot, I didn't even have to say nothing to her. She was on her own. She just did
Hmm.
it. My daughter is, she's that kid.
Wow, that is wonderful. But I reached out to my son's teacher, like, some of these kids are laying down sleeping, and the teacher would say, well, I can only do but so much. And that was when everything had first started. And so I said, you know what I'm gonna do? As long as my son is looking studious and doing what he has to do. I cannot get upset about what these other kids are doing if the teacher is not saying nothing. But it was a real hot mess. I said, this is crazy.
Sean, that's good. He said I wouldn't allow my students to lie down while I'm teaching. That's
Mhm.
good.
That's
That, and see,
good.
it starts with the teacher. If you're not doing, if you're not requiring it, what do you expect?
Mhm.
You have to say, hey, this is how I'm doing, this is what I'm doing. There's no such a thing as I can't make a kid. I can't. I don't understand that. When people be like, I can't make my child, or I can't, anything under 16, I promise you, you can make.
Yeah, and in New York, well, just like anywhere else, but I think New York, the challenges in New York, the New York schools and the Board of Education, they're getting better, but
Mm-hmm.
I would say that the teachers, the way they move and operate, I don't think that they sometimes want to have confrontations with the students as far as telling them what to do. And I think that was my biggest frustration with the online school during the pandemic. And I was upset
See,
for other kids, not my own child. Like, ma'am, you're teaching a class and you got a child on the computer laying down in the bed eating Doritos and looking at the computer.
ain't no way.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no way. I'm, I just, mm-mm, mm-mm. And see, it's crazy because we used to get paddled in school.
Mm-hmm.
So to now know that there are teachers that are afraid to even voice something, it's that's crazy to me.
Oh yeah, they let me tell you, New York school system is very interesting, and the teachers, I don't even know if it's that they're afraid of the students. They don't want to get into anything with some of these parents
Mm-hmm.
who are very, I will say, belligerent. And so it got to the point where the teachers care about the students, but if you have parents that are very belligerent, uncooperative, you also want to be safe. So when we were, before the pandemic, a teacher would want to talk to a parent about their child's progress, what's going on, or maybe your child has a behavioral problem. You have parents that will come up to the school, they want to fight a teacher. And so
That.
now it's become a culture of, okay, your child is going down the drain. I'm not, that's on you, you the parent. I'm not gonna put
Mm-hmm.
my life on the line getting into physical altercations with parents because you don't want to hear that your child has a number one behavior problem disrupting the class. You want to come up to the school, you bringing your homegirls to fight. This is what goes on in New York. So now the teachers are more or less, I'm staying in my lane. I am a teacher. If you want to have your child on the Zoom, laying down or whatever, already told you that your child has a problem. I'm not going to stress myself out and I'm protecting myself and I'm still doing my job. So that's kind of where I see it going. And my friends, who I have a few friends here that are teachers, they have said that when they go into their board meetings, they have realized they're not going to keep putting their health on the line. And
Mm-hmm.
the parents are the problem,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, you bringing your child to school is a product of the parenting at home. And what I have a problem with is parents sometimes they think that the teacher's job is to to be the parenting, do the parenting. When they come to school, they should already have the foundation. They should know how to
Exactly.
behave themselves. They should know how to follow rules, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so I have seen where I've been in meetings with my son because another student has a behavioral problem, and the mother is arguing with the teacher saying, well,
Cussing the teacher out.
you should have told my son that. You should have told my son that. Ma'am, Why isn't he learning this at home already? When he
Mm-hmm.
come to school, he's supposed to know how to conduct himself. And
Yeah.
so the teachers, I saw a teacher in the schoolyard getting beat up by a mother. The lady had to go to the hospital. So
Yeah.
these teachers are like, okay, I'm not trying to get into no hospital. I'm not trying. My health and my mental health is no
Is
longer going to be affected. So you know what they've done? They've stepped back and they're letting, not saying they're letting some of these kids fail, but they're not allowing their health to be on the line,
mm-hmm.
mentally or physically, confronting these parents and all of this
Yep.
stuff, because these parents are not like the parents when I grew up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
Your kid can't come to school cussing the teacher out.
If parents came to school back then, they was coming to kick the kid's tail. They wasn't coming up there to say nothing to the teacher, but thank you. Thank you for
Mhm.
calling. They was coming to get the kid. They wasn't coming up there with their sisters to come up there and beat up the child. Like
Yes.
you,
Yes.
we had here a girl and her mother took a knife into the school and they
Mhm.
lured this little girl into the bathroom.
Mhm.
Needless to say, she ended up in the hospital.
Mhm.
And it was like the security guard was like, well, I ain't wanna, what do you mean? You didn't want to what? Save a kid?
Mhm.
That's
They
what you're there. You're security. You're supposed to make sure that these kids don't bring nothing in. And not only
Mhm.
did you let a child in with the weapon, you let the mother in with the weapon.
Mhm. And that's the problem. It's like some of these parents, I will honestly say, I can't take some of these parents. So, and I'm not a teacher. So when my son would get into situations, because there was a lot of bullying when he was in elementary school, these parents, they would come up there for the meeting like, well, your son shouldn't have wore this, or your son shouldn't have said that. Okay, what are you doing with your child at home that they're coming to school, they're terrorizing the whole class, and the teacher's not going to do but so much, because at the end of the day, the teacher's job is not to raise your child. The teacher's
Mm-hmm.
job is to instill information and to teach your child educational subjects so that they can go out into the world and have to be a thought leader. The teacher's job is not to do your job, to be a parent. And that's what has happened. Some of these parents, they don't understand what the purpose of school is. Number one, the school is not to parent your child. Your
It's
child, when
not.
they come to the school, should have a foundation of, the Bible says, when you train a child in the way that they should go, when they get old, they don't depart from it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so with me, when it was remote school, I felt like when I saw the child, my mother instincts kicked in. If my son was doing that, get up out the bed, go wash your face, put on a clean shirt, and you sit up and you watch your teacher teach the class. Where is the parent that allowed a child to lay down in the bed during remote school? And so
Yeah.
that's how my parenting approach was always, when a teacher called me and tell me my son's name is Joshua. Joshua is talking too much. He's distracting the class. You know what I would do? And this is true story. I didn't blame the teacher. I would, when he got his behind home, you're on punishment for a week, because why are you in the class disrupting the class talking?
Yep.
And this is the problem that I see with these, I call them the new generation of parents. And then a parent like me, and I'm telling y'all my real life frustration. I can't deal with these low vibrational parents when they come up for the meeting. And I don't know, maybe it's just in Brooklyn. They always want to fight. They want to fight the other parent. They want to fight the teacher. They want to fight the principal, instead of taking responsibility for your bad parenting skills.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
That's true. That because people are these I feel like this. Even if you, one thing, you know your kid. So if the teacher called and said your kid was running their mouth too much, 9 times out of 10 they run their mouth at home too much. So you already know that they was talking. So it's no need to really go back and forth. Now, if your kid is one of those, like if somebody called me and said that my daughter was talking too much in class, I would be like, "Are you sure?"
Mhm.
Because I know my daughter. She don't be doing all of that. Now, if
Mhm.
somebody called and said my son was running off at the mouth, then when he got home, I'm gonna check him because I know you was running off at the mouth because you just run off
Mhm.
at the mouth. So there's a certain, but these parents these days they just run up to the school. No. Or
Mhm.
if you have a disagreement, don't do it in front of the child because then that makes the child feel like, oh, well, my mama was talking to you like that. So they feel like they can talk to you crazy. And that's not where it is.
Mhm.
That's not where it is. You ready, Courtney?
Yeah, and we also have to realize, like I know my child. I know my child. My child. I know the stuff my son do, right? So when the teacher called me and said that my son had got into trouble with another little boy at school, the main thing that I did was when she told me, I said, "Oh, that do sound like Joshua. So when he get home, we gonna have a talk." And you
Mhm.
know what ended up happening? And this is when he was going to high school in Connecticut. The principal said, "Well, he's gonna have to do lunch duty for a week." And you know what I said? Good. He got to do lunch duty because he knows better.
Mhm.
And so the thing is too, I've learned that we can't always cover for our children, and when they get calls at home and be like, "That's not my child, that don't sound like my child, he doesn't do," like what Dr. Blue said, "He doesn't do this at home." No, I know my son talks a lot, he likes to clown
Mhm.
around, and that did sound exactly like him.
So
And
9 times out of 10.
yeah, so guess what? Your behind gonna be on kitchen duty. You're gonna be serving the lunch for the other kids for a whole week because you don't know how to sit your behind down.
Yep.
And you and your little homeboy, y'all want a rough house in the back of chemistry class when it's time to focus and pay attention.
Absolutely.
So it's a lot of dynamics. And yes, I also agree with organically Shanae. Some of these teachers, I don't think, because I had a incident in New York when my son was in the third grade, and I had to actually complain about a teacher because I felt like she was she she was burned out, right? And sometimes I believe that when teachers are burned out, they're not moving the way they should be moving, and they're not thinking rationally. And this woman called my home on a Sunday to talk to me about my child. Now, I had just came from church and I thought something happened. I said, "What's going on? I want to talk to you about your child because he's been disruptive in the class, and I think that you need to send him somewhere and get him evaluated." I said, "My son, who is a gifted and talented child, come to find out, first of all, it's time for her to retire." um Her analysis of my son was not right. My son was actually bored because he was also being homeschooled, and I had went over that curriculum with him already, so he was basically bored in class, and that's why he was doing the excessive talking. And so sometimes with these teachers,
Mhm.
if they're not giving you the right analysis, I've learned that you also have to make sure that you set up a meeting to let them know that, I understand and I respect your point of view. However, if you would have gotten to me to tell me what was actually going on, I would have told you that your curriculum that you're going over now, I have already done that with him in his home school sessions on a weekend, and Joshua is bored, and that's why he's doing all of that excessively talking. But see, what Londa's saying, I had to advocate because in New York they had a thing where they was trying to put a lot of black boys through what is it? have them evaluated to say they had like ADD and all this kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff. I said, no, the devil is a liar. My son don't have none of that. He's bored. He's, an advanced thinker. He's been reading since he was 3, and he already went over this stuff already in homeschool, and he's just bored. And that's why he's acting up. So long story short, I had to be an advocate for him for a year because that woman was on a mission to have my son label something that I know he was not. And now he's 15. At that time, I think he was 8 years old in the third grade. He's thriving, but we also
Mm-hmm.
have to know our children. We have
Yeah.
to advocate, but we also have to ensure that we do listen to the the recommendations from the teachers, but we also have to weigh the balance.
Good.
Mhm.
Because some of these curriculums are trash. They are, I don't, this new math, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't know who was at the board meeting and they all voted yes on this new math because this new math is crazy. I don't understand. I told y'all, me and my daughter, we was doing the homework, and I just knew she was. She kept failing, and I'm like, "Well, what am I do? I know I can count. I know I can divide. I know I can multiply. I know I can subtract. I know these things. I've been doing this for a long time." And she just kept saying, "No, this is not how we doing it in class. This is not how we doing it in class. Look, 2 plus 2 is 4. How else are y'all doing it?" And then she started doing the little sticks, and I was like, what? Wait. But that's what they are using now. And we didn't know nothing about that. So we're teaching our children what we know.
Mhm.
And then when we're trying to help them with their homework and then they're failing, then it's like, okay, well, I know I ain't stupid. So what I was taught don't work now. Like
Mhm.
2 plus 2 is not 4 no more.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
not. It's another way to get to 4. Like I'm just not. I don't know.
But
Maybe
see,
it's
that's
just.
why I'm about to get my little baby. My son was reading by the age of 3, and I mean when I say reading, he was reading full books, and I'm thinking about getting, which I have to go see if it's even still somewhere in print, Hooked on Phonics, because I'm going to start now teaching my 17-month-old. I'm going to get started on her with reading, and I'm trying to implement the same curriculum that I had for my son, because I was reading that they took Hooked on Phonics is like considered, they don't want that anymore because they saying that they don't want people to be what is the term, they're trying to find a quicker way to teach children how to read, but the way they're teaching children how to read, apparently they're not readers anymore. They don't like to read books. And so I am going to be trying to implement with my little baby. Um, I'm gonna do it basically the old school way, because right now the teaching that's going on, I'm only talking about New York. A lot of these kids do not read books. I don't know what's going on.
Mm-mm.
I
They
don't know.
don't. They don't. They don't because everything that they do in school has to do with like some type of computer something and it reads to them and it does
Mhm.
everything for them so they don't have to do anything and
Mhm.
like Sean said, it's really setting our kids up for failure.
Yeah. So
There are
I'm
so many kids that will never eat that graduated last year that will not get a job probably because they don't even know how to sign an
mhm.
application.
There when I tell you, my son, when he started kindergarten, The teacher was like, "Yeah, and we're going to be getting these kids to read." I said, "My son already knows how to read." She was looking at me. I said, "Yeah, my son has been reading since he was 3. When my son was about 10 years old, he was in his room reading what book was he reading? The Color Purple.
Wow.
My son, yeah. So I am also very big on education. So I've been right now creating a little curriculum for my baby because I'm like, no way will she not be an avid reader. And I have to create my own curriculum to supplement because when she starts school, she's going to be like my son. She's going to already know how to read. She's going to already know her phonics. She's going to know how to pronounce every syllable of a word. And so when she sits down, she'll already be a little bit ahead of the class because
Hmm.
a lot of children are literally not reading books, physical books. I'm not talking about an e-book. Get a book. I like to order the books on Amazon, sit down, fill the paper, and I feel like when you feel the book, I feel like you become one with the content that is in the book. Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
that's that's deep. That's
Yes.
see, we had our and I hadn't even segued into it yet, but without us even talking about it, we smashed right on into Black History Month right there.
And
We slid right on into it because literally, and I still don't like that it's the shortest month in the year. I don't care. 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 It hold on. Did my phone ring? Did I slap out in my back? Okay. Yeah, I don't like it, and I really think that Tasha, you should be a everything. You a teacher, cause you just be Jesus Christ.
well, for those of you who don't know, I also own a daycare. So I've owned a daycare since 2015, but my daycare is not a full-time daycare. It's only opened on weekends, and that daycare concept came because it's really the niche is overnight weekend care and party night daycare. Because when I became a single mom and I wanted to go have my little mommy time or hang out with my girlfriends, there was nobody to help me to watch my son. I mean, my mother, she like, she was there during the week, but then when it was time to turn up on the weekend, if I wanted to go out, um, I didn't have anyone. And then in the same token, I had a group of girlfriends who were also single moms, and they would bring their kids to my house, then I couldn't go nowhere. So one day I had this thought, I need to turn this into a business because they need to start paying me. And so from there, I started a date night weekend childcare program, which is licensed by the New York City Department of Health. I am certified. I have all my certifications. And with that being said, that's why I have access to various curriculums. I go to various board meetings, and I am a part of the United Federation of Teachers because when
Hmm.
you are a licensed child care provider in the state of New York, you can become a member of the UFT. So I utilize those resources to take care of my own children. So when the children come to my program, which, like I said, is only open on the weekends, we're doing work. Right now, I'm moving into doing more STEM, and I let the parents know, yeah, it's weekend childcare. I have nurses, those who work weekend shifts, they want to bring their children. But we're doing work, we're doing curriculum, we're learning, we're doing things to help them and to prepare them. Even if in the summertime we take the kids to the museums, we take them to the science museum, and we're doing things even though it's the weekend and the parents are doing whatever they want. When the kids come, they're still getting enrichment, they're still getting learning. So um
Okay.
that's how I got into that business.
I like that. I like
Thank
that.
you.
I like that. Okay, so let's see. What time is it? We on the clock today because we got to be there for Rev Josh. Uh, we support each other over here. We don't we
Yes.
the Cardinal Church sector. We don't be trying to cross over folks, and we support everybody. We do like we do on Sundays, like we used to do. We go from one church to the next church to the next church to the next church. That's how we used to do back in the day. So that's how we do it. Look at see how we talking, and the apostle enters the building. The apostle has entered the building, and over here in the carnal church sector, we support each other. So we pinned Josh's page. So
Yes.
that's where we going. We going on over there with Josh, and we gonna support Josh. And then tomorrow we got
Oh
Jesse
my goodness, it's just
and
movers. Y'all moving and shaking.
Courtney, and
Amen.
Jesse, Courtney, and Josh is tomorrow. So we listen, and then we got Tarsha. She come in and give us that morning, mm,
The
that
morning
morning
pop up.
start. And
Yes.
that's listen, we that's right, the apostle of the most high. That's what it is. And then we got Courtney with let me say this. That's how you gotta do it. Let me say this. See, I be trying. It's in there. It's somewhere in there. I don't. But we gonna support when y'all see. That's why it is important for everybody to turn on your notifications. If you turn on your notifications, see, just like Londa said, I need a schedule. Oh, turn on your notifications, and then it ding, when it pop up, and then y'all know about everything that we're doing. So that's listen, we shaking and moving over here in the Carnal Church sector. Is is Courtney? Did you we ain't gonna even bother with it. We just gonna go ahead and listen to the audio, okay? Okay. Uh-oh. We got a request. Somebody said you'd have been too quiet.
Yes, Courtney.
Somebody said you done been too quiet. Look at this. Look. See? Y'all
I
see?
I'm always interjecting. I'm listening. I was listening.
Well, there is this there's a reel. Now we still have we're having our little class. So until we have our class, we're gonna be doing it the way we're gonna be doing it. Just listen carefully. And if y'all want us to replay, we'll replay. But as for right now, this is how we gonna be doing it. So I want y'all to listen to this, and then we gonna jump into it. Let me know if y'all can hear it. Hold on, I'm gonna start it over. Black women are lazy. Wow. Black women lazy? Okay, hold on. Let me stop it right there. Just let me know if y'all can hear it.
Yes, we can hear. That's why
Yes,
I
I
did
can
this.
hear.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and start it over. Okay.
Turn up just a little bit.
Wow. Black women lazy? I don't understand. What do you mean by that? A lot of black women are lazy. A lot of, and I can't say a percentage number because I'm no statistic or analytical person, but a lot of black women want to either be taken care of, want to remain on Section 8 in public assistance, or are comfortable being a CNA with the W-2 position, right? And not of all, because there are black. Okay, they're not all. They're not
Be a
all.
lot of black CNAs that get offended with you saying what you turning your nose up at CNA. I'm just letting you know.
Because I'm not wiping no shit.
for $18 an hour. And they're proud of that. Girl, I make $21 an hour. $800 a week. What the fuck you gonna do with $800 a week?
CNA community is gonna come after you then.
Are they? Yeah. I apologize. Because we do need them. I just would never be one. A lot of
Oh my.
That's the same thing I said. I said on my from when she said black women are lazy. I was stuck there. I was, yeah. Cece say, hold on, let me get my sneakers. Who? I don't know. Who the lady?
I don't know who she is. I believe she's a podcaster. I think she's a podcaster, if I'm not mistaken.
Hold on, let me see. It don't say. Yeah, it don't say who she is. Oh wait.
Look at Londa. Londa, ma'am.
But word on
Do you
the
know who
street
it
is she
is,
got
Londa?
her come up. Who is it, Londa?
Right.
Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to see.
Can I start though? Can I go?
Mm-hmm.
Let me start by
Please.
saying this. When I first saw that post, oftentimes people say things for shock value to, go viral, although I'm sure she meant every word she said. But she knew that it was going to catch some smoke because you called women lazy. I will be forthright in saying I did not research context. I was not about to sit through that podcast to hear what she said before and after to get the full scope. What she said was enough to be like, ma'am, you should not be coming out of your mouth as a Black woman saying what you're saying. Now, my initial thought was, you smudge-faced geek monster. But I said, no.
She does look for okay. She's a love and hip hop girl. I just can't remember her name.
I thought
but
she was a
she
podcaster.
does. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
But the nerve of her to say that Black women are lazy when it's quite the opposite. We have had to be single parents. We have had to work multiple jobs. Okay. And for those that may be on assistance, it is somewhat necessary considering what they've been through. Now, I've been a benefactor of government assistance before because I needed the assistance at that time. And by the grace of God, I was able to work my way up out of the government system. No one wants to be stuck in the government system. No one wants the government to tell them you can only do this or you can only do that. No one wants to work and then it's like as soon as you make too much, then all of a sudden it's like you either can get this benefit that will help your family or not. I asked the Lord, I said, Lord, help me up out of this one because I don't want the government, you know what I'm saying, telling me what to do. And the Lord has blessed me and sustained me to not need assistance any longer. So sometimes the assistance is necessary. It doesn't mean that you're lazy. And I'm just passionate, y'all. I'm not taking it personal. I don't know that lady from Adam, but I am my sister's keeper. And what you're not going to do is, as a Black woman, you're not going to say that other Black women are lazy. And I understand what she was trying to say. But when you think about it, Black women are tired.
That's what it is.
We have been fighting fights. We have been fighting to get fair and equal treatment, fair and equal pay. We have educated ourselves. We have taken ourselves through the system of education to try to have a better life. You cannot tell me that a Black woman is lazy because she's tired and she may desire a soft life.
Because
Yep.
realistically, when
Mhm.
you look at it, a lot of black women have been working a very, 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 very long time.
Yes, because we are survivors.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us have learned how to thrive, but we have always had to survive. We have, for the most part, have been put in hellish situations, some of us, where we've had to figure our way out.
Mm-hmm.
Some women have been left by their spouses with multiple kids.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I've seen it with my own two eyes. So it's like, come on, let's be for real. If a woman is saying, hey, if it's a matter of I need a man to come to the table with this, and this, she's just being honest because she's tired. Now that's my perspective. And last thing, CNAs are necessary. They are needed and they're necessary. And I put that underneath that post. And I thank every single CNA that is out there that is willing to do the work.
And I took that offensive as a CNA. I could have went
CNA?
further. Mhm.
I didn't
I
know that.
could have gone further because my best friend is a doctor. Both of my aunt and my uncle, they're all ER doctors. So I know that part of it also. But then there's that part of before and after that people are needed.
Mm-hmm.
Because my dad was like, I don't want nobody coming in here. I said, well, Dad, we really don't want to do it too much more than you want us to, but we know that it's needed.
Mm-hmm.
We know that it's needed. Hey, Nicole, we know that it's needed. And it's not just in the hospital. CNAs work at homes.
That's
We're in
right.
rehabs. We're in all of these places where sometimes family don't come. The only
Mm-hmm.
people they see
Right.
is us. So
That's right.
how dare you fix your mouth to say, well, I wouldn't ever be one. I wouldn't wipe no ass. I bet you would want your grandma's ass wiped while she was in rehab or while
Hello.
she's in the hospital. Since you're not going to be the one doing it, it's going to be that CNA that you're talking about that's going to be the one wiping your grandma's or your mama's or your kids or God forbid whoever else it is. So don't do that. When I get what she was trying to say, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, you got to think about what it is that you say, or maybe not had that drink or shot or whatever it is that you had before you went on and said something crazy, because that was very offensive.
And it was crazy. Let me tell you something. My dad was in the hospital in December. He was on a vent and he went from a vent to being at home. Praise God. When I went to that hospital, and my father has dementia, and so when they were trying to, get him situated, he would talk a certain way to them because of his illness. And
Mm-hmm.
so I would thank them. I would overly thank them. I would say, thank you so much. Is there anything you need from me? Is there anything I could do? Because I'm eternally grateful for every nurse, every CNA, every person that sees about your relatives, because I couldn't
Mm-hmm.
do it. I couldn't be there all the time to feed my dad. I couldn't be there all the time to, give him a sponge bath or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I was so appreciative to the staff for what they had done. So this type of just unfortunate speech is just crazy to me. But no, Black women are far from lazy. And I understand that there may be a remnant that may be content. But what you have to understand is that you don't know a person's story. Everyone has a different story.
Mm-mm.
You
You just don't know.
you just don't know. And so for you to just outright just say someone just want to stay on food stamps or government assistance because they are lazy is just it sounds very Republican, but I digress because I'm not going to go into politics. But
But
It
yeah,
also
but even like, I'm gonna say this real quick, Tasha. Right now, tomorrow I have to apply for SSI
mm-hmm,
because I cannot work. Do I
mm-hmm,
want? I've been trying not to do this for like 2 weeks, and they keep sending me stuff like you gotta, and I'm like, I don't. Please let me go to work. Please let me. I want to. I can't even, like I say, I can't even do my own stuff. So that's even more like, so no, everybody does not want to do it. There are some people who have to do it. If you look at right now, Amazon about to lay off, I don't know how many people. Where
Yeah.
they gonna go? What they gonna do, especially if they have families? I'm sorry, Tasha, that she irritated my soul. Go ahead, honey.
Well, the person who I did see that clip, and I expeditiously got it off of my screen because I was so perturbed because apparently she is historic. I'm gonna call her. She is a woman who is historically ignorant
Okay.
because throughout
Gotta be.
history, Black women from then until now, we are the fabric and the foundation of this country. We
Yes.
had to take care of the master's children.
Yes.
We were the wet nurses because the white women could not produce milk for their children, and
Mhm.
therefore we were the ones who ran the kitchens of the big house. We were the ones who taught them how to cook. We were the ones who were the healers and the protectors, even of the slave master. And so, leading up to now, right now, Black women are leading the charge of being entrepreneurs, highly educated. We have the most advanced degrees right now. And so, historically, and especially where I'm at over here in Brooklyn, Caucasian women, especially those who are Hasidic Jewish, I don't know how they do it, they get the most public assistance. And so,
Jewish?
oh yeah, yeah. I don't know
Wow.
how they do it, but I found out that the reason why that happens is because they go through what's called spiritual marriages, where it's recognized in their temple but not on legally at the court.
Oh,
So when they
oh.
go sign up for public assistance, it's like they're single women. Meanwhile, their husbands have diamond stores in the diamond district in Manhattan. And
What?
so,
But
and
wait a minute,
so
hold on, Tarsha. I have a question.
How?
Why? So why would they want to get government assistance if their husband is doing well?
why not get it if it's there? That's the
Okay.
question.
That's
So, for
crazy.
those people, those of you who are from New York, you know what I'm talking about.
That's
When they go down to the social services, you're going to see a lot of Hasidic Jewish women with their babies. The husbands don't go with them. They're down there with their babies. Then when they come back home on the train, they come into the mansions over where I live. They have mansions, and they go to the supermarket and they pull out their EBT card, but their husband owns a diamond stores in the diamond district
Wow.
and owns multiple apartment buildings throughout Brooklyn. So are they lazy because they're stay-at-home moms and they're utilizing their religion to go get food stamps?
That can't be right.
And this is what goes on. And so my thought is the person who said that, and I don't normally say this about people, it was a very irresponsible and ignorant statement, considering that historically Black women have led the charge to ensure that not only our children were taken care of, but we took care of, and still
Mhm.
doing it.
mm-hmm.
Nannies, Black nannies are taking care of these white children.
And like and
Us,
you're right.
it's
You're right.
ridiculous.
You're
So
right. And
no,
like
she's pandering,
she
pandering.
way pandering. But like you said, we do all of this, and then like her, she said we do all of this, and then they still call us lazy. How? How? How do we do nine things while still taking care of the kids and the house and the this and the that and be called lazy?
And let me say this, if you need the assistance, by all means, get the assistance. That's
Mm-hmm.
another thing. Sometimes we can be too proud. Get the assistance if you need it. But for her to say that somebody's lazy because they're on assistance because they need assistance. Well, I didn't know about this, so I'm just speaking for black women because it ain't no way the way they go through them applications and all of that. I don't.
That's
Oh,
what I don't understand.
if you come to New York, girl, you will be so shocked, okay? You
I-
would be so shocked at the stuff you, and I'm telling you, they be right there in the supermarket. They ain't got no shame. They have on their fur coat. They pull out their
That is
card,
crazy.
okay? And their husbands over there got real estate property.
That cannot.
There, yeah.
what
But
are they saying on these applications? I'm not.
I don't know. I don't know. But my point is to say that irresponsibly about black women, it was very disrespectful. It showed a lack of education, and our ancestors who died and fought for civil rights are rolling over in their graves, because at this point we should be beyond this type of rhetoric and conversation about black women who are educated. We're smart. I don't care
Yes.
what career you take, you need to have a certain level of mental capacity. CNAs are the movers and the shakers of the hospital.
Yes.
Mhm,
Okay? You cannot
mhm.
denigrate or demean somebody's job description because you're not equipped to do it. They have, and then guess what? People are starting out CNA, they move up to be a nurse, they may move up to be a nurse practitioner, they may move up to be a doctor. Why are we belittling what someone does for their profession? That's another thing that I never could understand.
I don't
Let me
There's
like the way
nothing,
she
I don't
said that.
understand that.
every
I ain't gonna wipe nobody's ass. Like what? You come
I
on now.
mean, every joint supplieth. So like we need everybody. I'll
Hmm.
never
Yes.
forget one time when we had that really bad ice storm a few years ago. Um, we this city was in a mess. It was in an upheaval. Everybody was trying to find something to eat because we weren't prepared. So, like how we did this time, we weren't able to go to the store. It just happened like that. So we were out trying to find food on icy roads. There was a every restaurant wasn't open, but there was an Arby's open. I'll never forget this. And I said to the guy, I said, "Thank you so much for coming to work." Because had
Hmm.
he not came to work and had the next person not come to work, I would not have been able to eat that day. We don't realize we need the cashiers, we need the buggy attendants, we need everybody.
That's why when people be talking about, oh, you just do DoorDash, or people who do DoorDash or Lyft or whatever, yeah. But how else would you get your food that you're ordering? How else would you
Period.
get from point A to point B without the Lyft or Uber that's taking you? So how dare you talk about somebody else's job when their job is a necessity? Lyft and Uber
Yes.
people were necessities during the pandemic.
Yes. Yes. We need
So
each other to survive.
exactly.
This is an ecosystem here. We need each other to survive. We need
Yes.
everyone. While everybody trying to grandstand, I'm
Hmm.
thankful for the trash man. When I tell you
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate the trash man, thank
Yeah.
you so much to the postal service. Like we need these things. Everybody's trying to be a chief, and there's not enough Indians.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm
Because
right.
without the trash man, the neighborhood would stink.
Yes.
Come
But
on.
I also have a question, because I don't know how this even became a, I don't know how the CNA profession became some type of low grade topic. I noticed that this has been going on like on social media. People tend to say negative things about CNAs. I really need to know, why is that being considered a low grade job, when number one is caretaking, and number two it's a profession. It is a profession. So it's, to me, it's very ignorant, the people who try to degrade someone else's profession. I just don't understand how that started.
But then too, The thing that's baffling about it, especially the way that she said it, is this. You talk about the CNAs in this harsh way, but I can guarantee you that that doctor that's making, I don't know how much money a year, can't do the job that that CNA does. The CNA works 7 days a week. Your doctor come in and do a surgery. It may be 20 minutes. It may be an hour. It may be 2 hours. If it's something detrimental, it could be longer than that. But after that, those days and weeks and months after that, the CNA is the one that does that for less money. So while you talking about how much money is in it, everybody don't do it for money. Everybody don't do it for money.
And that's the blessing. That's the part right there. Those that are not necessarily doing it for money, but they enjoy what they do, or they may feel called to what they do, they have such a special place, because they are the ones that handle your loved ones with care. They are the ones that really have good intentions towards your loved ones. Those are the people that you need to, to help caretake, because we have one for my father as well. And I'm thankful. I just don't get it.
Yeah. I
But
think
when
CNAs are extremely essential. That's someone's loved one.
Jesse said defund podcasts.
Yeah,
Like,
because some of these people are they're irresponsible. They're not. They want clout, and they think saying shock value content is going to get them somewhere, and it's very disheartening.
mm-hmm. But like 219 said, you have to be certified to be a CNA. You can't just go in somewhere and be like, yeah, I'll clean them up. No, 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 no. There are things, classes that we had to take. There are tests that we had to do. You have to pass this stuff, and then you have to pass it with the board. So no, you're not a adult babysitter. Do they have those? Yes. But for the ones who need more assistance, we have to go through a lot of training to even be certified. So how
Exactly.
I can't wait. I promise you, whenever something, if something, God forbid, don't want nothing to happen to her. But I want to see how she treat that CNA when they come in there and have to wipe her tail.
And
See
what
how
about,
thankful she get.
do y'all know the nurses are on strike in New York? Did y'all know that?
No.
Yeah,
Mm.
so who do y'all think is really holding up the hospitals right now? My
CNA.
s- my sister, my little sister is a CNA, and she's right now moving towards going to get her RN. But while she's a CNA, they briefed all in New York, they call them patient care technicians. They briefed
Yeah.
all of them. They briefed all of them and said the strike is coming. We gonna need y'all to hold up. Basically, we gonna need y'all to hold up the bloodstained banner. We got some traveling nurses that are gonna come in, but they don't really know the hospital like that. They're going to be learning the hospital as they go, and some of the patient care technicians are my sisters on the cancer ward. Some of them have certifications for chemotherapy to help the chemotherapy patients or whatever. Right now, the patient care technicians are helping some of the traveling RNs navigate their way around the
Mm-hmm.
ward. So, it's a lot with that. But my point is, who's holding up the hospital right now beside the doctors? It's the nurse CNAs, the patient care technicians.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's who's
Absolutely.
there the most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Some doctors come and do their rounds from about 5 o'clock in the morning till about 9. After that, they are gone.
Mm-hmm.
But all the rest of the time, it's not nurses. The nurses assist the doctors.
Mm-hmm.
It's the PCs
Yep.
and the CNAs.
Yep.
That's who's there.
I'm forever
So
grateful.
I'm
Hmm.
gonna find out who she looks. I can't. I know she on one of them. I'm gonna find out who she is. I'm gonna go on the post. I mean,
Let me,
I see the post, but yeah, that's stupid.
but let me say this. Let me say this.
There you
Um,
go.
man, black women, I wish that people that were not black women would just understand our plight. Let's talk about in the corporate space.
Hmm.
Oh,
What the
yes.
hell? We have to work triply as hard, and we could be overqualified, and we still have to fight at work
Fight hard,
Yes, you're
hard.
right.
hard.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have to fight in society. Y'all not gonna like this, because some, not all, but some of our black brothers do what they do, and they don't support us. Some, not all. I'm not saying all.
Yeah, because they'll be then tried to get on us like they were over there. Back.
Absolutely. Some don't come for me, but it's the truth. So then, and I understand that they have their own separate plight. I get all of that. But I'm just saying, then on top of that, some of us are parents, some of us are mothers, and some of us are doing it alone, and some of us are married and still doing it alone.
That's a whole nother job.
And like I said earlier, some of us have gone through hell in high waters and still wind up making it on the other end. We are the most resilient people on the planet.
Say that again.
We are the
Mm-hmm.
least respected, and I cannot understand that for the life of me. I cannot understand that. I'm really finna say something that's very controversial.
There she go.
We are the mothers of this planet. I know, I know, I hear y'all, but just hear me out in regards to starting in Africa.
Yes.
I'm not talking about over God. Let's be clear. I ain't crazy. But you understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
We we helped to birth generations starting in Eden. So I just cannot understand why people attempt to hold us to the bottom of the barrel. But just like Maya Angelou said, we still rise. We're gonna always rise to the top.
Always.
No matter how low we get, there is something that God put innately in us that causes us to rise every time.
Mm-hmm.
Put some
And
respect
I say
on
it
that
all the
name.
time. They talk about us even in the Bible, but
Mhm.
without Eve, there would have been no more. So Eve gave birth to the word.
Mhm.
Without Eve, there would have been nothing. Without us, nothing can be created. No matter who it is, how it is, what species, what, without a male and a female dog, we don't have puppies.
God utilized us to birth generations,
Hmm.
and that's all.
He said there are moments when it feels like Black women face more resistance from our own brothers than support.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Lonnie. That's what I was trying to say.
And also, with respect to what Courtney said about corporate America, which is the realm that I've been in for over 28 years, I had to always, like what Londa said, you can have multiple degrees, but it feels like you're always fighting like this
Mm-hmm.
invisible, you're always fighting this invisible force where you have to always prove that you are smart and you do belong here, right? And my experience has always been where I have to always put these Caucasian women in their place because usually, and I'm not tooting my own horn, I tend to have more education than them and I tend to know more because I have made sure that I went back to get multiple certifications so that I can understand my job, so I can know what I have to do. But what they do is it's the typical thing that they've done since the Jim Crow South, since they had my ancestors enslaved. They always want to try to make you feel inferior. And so what I've realized is that the fight is in corporate spaces, the fight is in sometimes in churches,
Yep.
in society, where we as Black women are always fighting for our attention to be known and to be respected, because not that we are trying to get over, but because this is our divine nature where God has placed us. He gave us a certain level of intelligence to be mothers. We are mothers to children that sometimes we didn't birth out. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
And we have now our Black men, they have their own podcast where they are bashing Black women. Now you have Black women having podcasts where they are bashing Black women. And then when I get into corporate America, I got Becky with the blonde hair trying to tell me what to do. Then I have to put her in her place to let her know you stay in your lane. You're not going to come over here anymore with that passive aggressive bullying to try to make it seem like I don't know what I'm doing, but because you're white, that you can push your whiteness on me
Mm-hmm.
to try to make me feel like, okay, I know you're smarter than me, but I'm going to remind you of your place. No, 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 no. I'm going to put you in your place so you don't come back over here to try to tell me what to do. And these are the fights and the battles that I feel like we as Black women, we got to fight in our homes. Then we got the Black men. They don't want truly Black women that look Black anymore. They basically now they want women that are not even Black. They want women of other ethnic backgrounds. Then you have the Black women who are fighting with each other and denigrating us. And now we're fighting with each other. So where do we come to a common ground? We have to rise above all of the stuff that we see going on out here.
Now, Tasha is always taking us into the next. She always just see, that's that prophet in her. She always, so this brings us to this lady here. Okay, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. But this is one of the problems that we have. Oh, I don't want to call her that. This one here. This is one of the problems that we have. How? Why? Do y'all think this is one of them skits? Is she serious? Is she serious?
She's serious. I think that she did. I do think that she did all of this for citizenship. Bless her soul.
She looked like she messed up. She looking like
She has to sit in that. I hope she understands, and I'm sure she did not count the cost, and she was only concerned about her family and making sure that she's not going to get booted out this country, right? But she's going to have to sit in this for a very, very, very long time. So I hope she has saved up enough, because there's nothing that she will be able to do for a to be able to come back from this, and you can reference Chrisette Michele. And Chrisette Michelle, all she did was sing.
All she did was
You can
sing.
only imagine what Nikki is about to go through.
All
She
she
needs
did
lots of
was
prayers.
sing. Yeah, this is. She got bills to pay. I don't think this gonna help her pay her bills. I hope she got something somewhere. I hope this citizenship was worth it. And now that she's done this, that's going to pull her into a whole nother realm that she don't even really understand. She came back out of, she's almost like I mean, look at Nelly.
I think she's on drugs.
I she So that ain't a new thing. That ain't that gold card was just a memento as per the White House.
But I thought Trump said that was a real thing.
Yeah, I thought they shook hands, and from what I saw, they shook hands, and he said that she was
No, but
now.
Nicole would know. Nicole, no. Okay, never mind. I ain't gonna refute that. Nicole, no. Wait, Nicole said that card is $1 million. I thought it was 5 million. Wait a minute, Nicole. Hold on.
I don't care how many million, $1 million, period.
Hold
What?
on. Nicole, is the gold card really a thing? Is it real? That's
Is it
number one. Number two, was
okay?
it really
Said,
okay? Go ahead.
Nicole said no.
No, what is not real?
Hold on, let me see, because I'm trying to figure out.
Can Nicole come up? Kind of explain this gold card thing?
Nicole, can you?
And is she really? Oh, she said it's a concept. Like
Nicole,
most of the
hit the. Can she? We ain't in members. Can you hit the link? Can you come up? Cause if you can, hit the link. Cause because I kept looking at it like, come on, y'all. I can't. Somebody. She ain't said nothing yet. Nicole. Oh, she said 1 second. If it does it make it better, okay.
No, it doesn't make it better. It doesn't make
Okay.
it better. But hold on. But I will say this. When I saw that it was for citizenship, y'all know how I am. I was kind of like, But girl, you had to sell your soul for some citizenship?
I was thinking it was
it?
for her husband. Like something for him. Like, is it gonna help him in his whole debacle of a life challenges? That's what I was thinking. Maybe it has something to do with him.
Okay. I thought it was her because I thought they said she wasn't a citizen.
I didn't know she wasn't a citizen.
That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is.
Hold on, let me see. Now, Nicole, know my mouse is messed up in posting this link. I didn't pin it. I didn't. Nicole, you gonna have to scroll.
Oh, yeah, because it's all the way up there.
Yeah, it's all the way up there. Hold on. I'm trying to. I don't think it's for anything. I think it's just her.
Oh, so y'all don't think she needs citizenship?
I didn't know she wasn't a citizen. I'm gonna keep saying that.
I know she's from Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it just popped up, then it went away. There it goes.
Yeah, okay. I'll wait for Nicole to explain what's going on.
Yeah, because well, we know he's a liar. That's what I'm saying. Like he's really a PR person. He does stuff for PR. So when he said it, I'm thinking, well, he's a liar too. So
Do you think she still has a following?
Yeah, she never became an official resident because the process
Mm.
takes a long time post
That's
9/11.
why she did this. Hey,
Okay.
Nicole.
Hey, Nicole.
Hi, everybody. How
Okay,
y'all
but
doing?
we're good. We're good. She said she was undocumented. See, I'm not a Barb fan, so I don't know nothing about this heifer.
Okay. Now, as y'all's unofficial Washington correspondent, okay, so this path to citizenship, this gold card concept that he put out is for what was basically it was for basically for people like in Europe and Asia to start off with. It's $1 million to speed past the process of getting your visa. It does not guarantee you citizenship. That's why I say it's a money grab because
Mhm.
it's not guaranteed, but it's $1
Mm.
million
So
to
she
start.
say she sold her soul for $1 million, basically.
Yes, yes. She is not. She has gone through the New York City school system and been here all of this time, and she is not a citizen.
Yep.
Her son is basically, excuse my language, but he's basically an anchor baby. Even though his father is a U.S. citizen, the baby is an anchor baby because she's not a citizen. She's never really looked into citizenship since we've known her because we're both from South Jamaica, Queens, or whatever. So I mean, I've known all of this time, but nobody really brought that up as an issue. Basically, she's doing this for a number of reasons. One, she wants the charges dropped against her husband. She wants the charges dropped against her brother, which will never happen because those are state charges against him, and
Mm,
that will never happen.
that's what I said.
And three, basically she's trying to get more money out of a different audience kind of thing.
Mm.
So it's like whatever makes her stand out in the limelight because you got Cardi B and all these other up and coming female rappers that's past her. So it's Nick Onika. I'm gonna call her by her government. Onika is what 45 years old.
Is she?
Is she?
Yeah. hmm
I thought she was a
Yeah.
little younger than that.
No.
Okay.
Onika is about 44, 45 years old, and it's like unfortunately for some people in the music business, you're past your prime, and all of the Botox and the BBLs and all these injections are not gonna save you. So unfortunately has gone down the mega path to try to keep herself relevant. But look what happened to Stacey Dash. Look what happened to all of these other black, what is it, Diamond and Silk, even though Diamond is no longer with us. Look what happened. Look, y'all said Chrisette Michelle never bounced back.
No, she's still she anti Cardi B and Meg because they were for Kamala. Well, but as a black woman,
But now, mind you, not to cut you off, Sean, but mind you, if you go back to her Twitter X account a few years ago, she was anti Trump. She was very much anti Trump.
I
So,
thought it was just me. Yeah,
no, she was very much anti Trump and
Wow.
the
stuff
first
like
time
that.
around, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't until now where, oh, well, he's going to help millionaires and rich people keep their money with this big, beautiful bill and all of this other stuff that they're all starting to come around and be like, okay, I don't have to pay taxes. I don't have, because Trump is going to save my money. And
Mm.
that's exactly what this all boils down to.
He can't save his own money.
You know how much he owed the state of New York, but we not gonna go there.
And the fact that he trying to sue the IRS, I said, this guy.
Listen,
This guy.
Didn't he
listen.
sue Fox and won?
He sues ABC one.
Okay.
He sued CBS. It got Colbert fired. Now he's going back after CBS for some reason. No, he never. Yes, he did. He did sue Fox. I don't remember what happened with Fox, but he did sue Fox because him and the Australia owner got into it and stuff like that. But yeah, he did sue Fox.
You'd be surprised what folks will do to stay above water. That's
Yeah,
okay.
she's basically
Thank you,
selling her
Nicole,
soul. So
for a
hey,
million.
I
anytime, my
know.
That's
man.
a shame.
Hold on.
That's a shame.
To respond to this, don't judge. I know someone who has been deported that's been in this country most of their life. Been here since they were a baby.
During this?
Huh?
During this?
I was going to get to the second person.
Okay.
This was the first Trump regime. Deported. I know someone now who is in the detention center. So nobody is judging. But I think that sometimes you have to weigh things out. And at the end of the day, count the cost. Was it worth it?
Yeah.
Or did she have enough money? And that's another thing. She doesn't know. She didn't know if ICE was gonna come knocking on her door or not. But did she have enough money to create another world somewhere else until times get better? Worst case scenario.
Is that what she needed $1 million for? Maybe.
Let me ask y'all on the panel and y'all in the chat. And let's be honest. Let's really critically think. Would you have done what she has done for everything that Nicole said she wanted? Would you have done it?
No.
No.
Nicki Minaj has been in the public eye for a long time now, and she has had more than enough time to get her citizenship into the United States of America. And so, with that being said, this just goes to show that this has nothing to do with anything but her being who she really is.
And Danette, I understand what you're saying, that you don't know what you'll do to try to save yourself. I'll give you that. I get it. But my God, there has to be something in you.
Why I ain't tried before him? Maybe that would have made it like different. If you had did it under another administration, maybe that would have been. I don't know.
I'm trying to really think. I'm trying to really think. I'm trying to be honest with myself too. Would I, if all this stuff was going on and I needed help, would I do all of that? Let me see.
I'll say this. I'll say this. If her husband had done something else and her brother had done something else, possibility.
Woman of God?
If it was just to save them, you know what I'm saying? Not what they did. I can't.
Excuse me, Sean. One second. Woman of God, you ain't got to yell at us now with all the caps, the capital letters. I understand. I'm trying to work with you. I'm trying to think this thing through. I'm trying not to, I'm
Yeah,
trying to yell at us.
that's
Well,
what we're
I'm
trying to
going back down
say.
in the chat. Y'all need anything else, let me know. But I'm going back down in the chat for this great
Thank you for that,
conversation.
honey.
No
Okay, thank
problem.
you.
Anytime. Bye.
Thank you, love. But that's what I'm saying. It's the situation. It maybe if the situations, I
What
don't
she's
know.
doing takes too much. It takes a lot. You can't tell me you sleeping good at night. I don't know. I just
I don't know. That's I guess that's one of them situations where you would have to be in that predicament to kind of say yay or nay. But my thing is again, why did you wait until Trump was in office to do this? You're
well,
45 years old.
I agree with you.
Why didn't you do this under Biden? Or why didn't you try to do this under Obama? Why now? What's getting ready to happen now that you said, I
well,
gotta
at
take
the
this
time,
now?
Sean, during Obama, she wasn't married to who
But
she's
still
married
she
to.
needed a citizenship, married or not.
Let,
So
let me let me be honest about that. I think a lot of people, because it's such a process, I think a lot of people just was like, oh, they just didn't think it would affect them. I'm just gonna be honest. I think that's what happened. And they sat back on it.
but then you go to the guy that's talking about doing it to ask for your citizenship.
Because it's getting real out here.
But that's what I'm saying. It's only getting real because of Trump is
Mhm.
the one who is putting this into place so hard. But I'm saying you're going to the very one that is talking about doing all the deportations to get your citizenship to stay. That's why I'm saying it's just not.
Londa said, I think she just likes Trump. That is just why. I'm trying to figure
Nicki
out why.
Nicki Minaj likes attention. She
But
doesn't
this
like
ain't.
Trump. She likes attention, and I'm gonna tell you what this is all about too. Nicki Minaj has already established herself, her reigns in the rap industry. There are other female rappers that are more relevant than her, even though she still has her fan base. And sometimes people will do things also for clout. And this has no doubt got people talking over the last few months with her and this whole Trump affiliation. Because the problem is Nicki Minaj is a multimillionaire. She's not in the same boat as a lot of the people who are average citizens who don't have money to retain an immigration lawyer to go through the proper channels to even get their citizenship the legal way. So she has connections. She's at a better advantage. In my opinion, she doesn't have any excuse for doing what she's doing, besides the fact she's doing it for clout, she's doing it for attention, and she's also doing it for shock value. Because the main thing that I didn't like this week, what she said about Don Lemon.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
No, not
That
at
was
all.
wrong. That was very wrong. So I was already through with Nicki Minaj after her brother was brought up on those allegations, and of course she's gonna support her brother. She paid all his lawyer fees, but I have been done with her since the whole Little Kim and Nicki Minaj feud, which that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah, that's a whole nother. Courtney is I keep trying to look up Josh.
Okay, so if you see me looking off, we have a little emergency situation going on here. So here's
Okay.
what's going on with Josh. Jesse, if you could please put his link to his page in the chat. So on YouTube, you have to have and if you all have a workaround, please feel free. But on YouTube, you have to have 50 subscribers
Oh,
minimum
that's
to go
right, to go
live.
live.
And
Okay,
as of right
so
now, he only has 21.
okay.
So what we're trying to do, we're trying to consider some workarounds. One being he goes exclusively live on one of our platforms, either myself or Jesse. He'll go exclusively live, and then he'll be able to upload that video to his channel. And we work on help getting him over the 50 threshold, in which he said he should be over the 50 threshold by.
You're gonna be over the 50 tonight.
Come on.
Because after everybody go on, everybody that's on here, go subscribe to Josh. Everybody on both pages, whoever is streaming, you go. Is Jesse still here?
Jesse, are you still here?
If somebody could get his link and put it in the chat, and then maybe if Apostle goes live, we can get him to 50.
Yeah.
The Carno
we did make St. James aware. So
so is this Josh that goes live on the St. James platform as a guest?
Yes,
oh,
ma'am.
he has a channel now. Oh, that's so nice. Okay.
Like, that's right.
The Apostle is planting these churches now.
James is really an apostle. He is raising up disciples and spreading them all throughout the YouTube world. All right now.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So what we will be doing, it looks like we'll be going to Jesse's page, and you'll be able to catch him on there.
Okay, so that's what we getting ready to do, y'all.
Can we pin Jesse's page on here?
Yeah. If anybody don't have it, pin because they asking for it now. So let's pin Jesse's so we can get on over there.
Jesse has a show now, so we're gonna go over there now.
Yeah, once we we did our 2 hours, so we did good. we did do our 2 hours, but as a family, we getting ready to get Josh, because today was his day, and we gonna make sure that Josh here's Jesse's link. I'm gonna pin it so that it won't go nowhere. So y'all hit the link, hit Jesse's link, and we gonna all go over there to help our family get to where we need to be.
Can someone also pin Josh's page so that we can get his subs up?
Yeah,
so get him over the 50 tonight. By tonight, the prophet has spoken.
Yeah, we gonna get that done tonight. So everybody grab Jesse's and grab, if you can't click on, because I know I still can't click on. I'm gonna try after I get over here, after we get off of here. But we gonna get to Josh. We gonna go on over to Jesse's. Jesse, you ready? Well, y'all turn your notifications on, so when Jesse goes live, we gonna all go over there, and we gonna get Reverend Josh his members, and we gonna get on up to 50.
It'd be great if we could get him to 100 tonight. So here's the thing.
It would be, yes.
Josh is our friend and brother, and he supports, multiple platforms, and he has been such a blessing to many of us, and so we want to rally around him as he is, taking this step of faith and stepping out here into the waters and doing his thing. So if we could get him to 100, tell your tell your friends.
I'm sorry, it's still pinned. So that's Josh's link that's pinned, you guys. That is Josh. I know that's not his name. People probably looking for Josh, but that his page is the one that's pinned. Yeah, he is the one that is pinned. But before we do that, I'm going to introduce something else. And of course, why would I not start with my ladies? Okay. But I want to break some of the ice and kind of do some fun kind of things. We used to do this on another channel that we had, but I'm going to bring this, and I'm just going to do this one question real quick while everybody is getting links and subscribing and stuff. But this is kind of what it's going to be like. Boom. So that's going
Mm.
to, would you rather start with no money and strong connections, or no money, or money with no network?
Ooh, that's tough.
Mm-hmm. 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 So this is how it's gonna go. We gonna do a whole, I don't know what day we gonna do it on, but
Okay.
we gonna start thinking. We gonna
Okay.
start putting some
This is good. I
putting
like
some
that.
putting hold on. I got another one for you. Just to kind of show you where we going, because we going all
Okay.
over. It ain't gonna just be here's one.
Okay.
Would you rather defend the faith or demonstrate the faith?
Hmm. This is good, Sean. I like
Mm-hmm.
this.
Mm-hmm.
This is good. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is going to be an open panel. J. Rochelle said money off rip. But yeah, this is going to be something that is, thank you, Londa. That
Mm-hmm.
is going to be something that I want to implement to kind of get a, we kind
That's
of,
gonna be good.
I'm over the dress, I'm over I was about to call them riots, Lord have mercy, the protest and all the,
Mm-hmm.
I just want, not over it, but sometimes we
Yeah.
just need a break.
Yeah.
Just a break. And I was thinking of some questions and I was like, let's see. Because we used to do it like during the pandemic and it was, it was good. So I'm like, old to me, new to some. So yeah.
I like that. All
Oh,
right.
yeah, so we're going, there's, like I said, it's going to be an open panel. So if y'all would like to, come up or whatever, um, there's a Shine Talks page on TikTok and Instagram. So
Okay.
you can go, I forgot about the Instagram one till the other day, but y'all can go on there. And if you have, like I say, if you want to join the panel, then let me know. I do, put your picture on, but I need to know that it's you for real. Don't be sending me no foolishness and we come up and it be some so yeah. Right. To speak, I want you. You one of the one. That's why
Mm-hmm.
I had inboxed you, because yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we need to step back from the debrief and reset, because it is so much
Yes.
going on. That's why. Thank you,
Yes, it is.
Nicole. Nicole became a member. Yeah.
Yay!
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We do have a goal. If y'all would like to do that, you can do a super chat. The Cash App is posted there. We gonna get Courtney and Tasha when put their Cash App on since Courtney now has
Girl. Hold on.
oh, don't
That
do it.
cash out for the count.
Okay. Well,
Cash out
we
too.
gonna figure it out. We gonna figure it out. But support all of the platforms, all of it. I used to set a certain amount aside just for different platforms. It don't have to be a
Hmm.
whole lot. It don't have to be, if the goal is 5 and you can't do 5 and you can only do 99, that's fine. Don't feel like, oh my God, I have to give. But give what you can, but everything that you give helps our platforms. You see, we all got lights, we all got computers, we all got, Tasha, you see Tasha, she done got the microphone with the cameras and so all of those things cost. So the more support we get, the more we can do. And support, again, is not always monetary. If y'all would support tonight, like we getting ready to go do Josh, that's support. Liking, subscribing, and sharing is support. Because
Mhm.
even though you can't do it, the person that you share it to may be able to. So that's all we ask. That's all we, yeah. Have y'all moved to Jesse Long yet? We just kind of like procrastinating. because
Yeah.
I haven't seen my notification go off yet. So
Okay.
okay, so we gonna go ahead and get out of here. Let
Thank you,
y'all.
Sean.
Thank you. Now y'all know I love when y'all Sundays
Thank you
is.
so much for having myself. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Thank you, thank you. I was in so much pain today. I said nope.
Mm.
I literally laid in the bed till 6:15. And I said, no, I gotta get up. I gotta get up. So I'm here. Thank you guys for your prayers. Pray for my appointment is at 12:45 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow.
Okay.
If y'all just look at the clock and see it's around that time in your city, your state, just pray for me because my nerves is already, I'm telling y'all, I ain't gonna even hold you. My nerves is on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Everything will be fine.
thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, y'all. We gonna see y'all in a minute. Go on ahead and use the bathroom, get you something to drink, get you some popcorn and all of the things. And we gonna see y'all at the other location, Jesse Online. All
Bye
right,
now.
you guys. I will see you all later. Tarsha, thank you. Courtney, thank you. Everybody in the chat. I am not gonna start saying no names because then I'm gonna forget and y'all gonna be like, thank you to all of the talkers. If y'all can throw some great hearts in the chat, we gonna appreciate that. And if you have not subscribed to Courtney, go do it. If you have not subscribed to Tarsha, go do it. We're family over here. This is a community, and our apostle is the Right Reverend Bishop Prelate St. James. All right, y'all. Have a good night, and I'm gonna play our listen again. If y'all have not set up for the AI masterclass, you don't want to miss it. I ain't saying it because it's my people. I'm saying it because the information, listen, is more than $97 worth. So we gonna get out of here, and I will see y'all at the other location.
If you do nothing, technology will decide for you. This class is not about writing prompts. It is not about chasing trends, and it is not about fear. This is about reclaiming authority. You already understand your calling. You already understand your work. When you shift how you think about artificial intelligence, you increase your impact without compromising your faith. This is how you become faith first in an AI-driven world. You are invited to join us for the Faith-Based AI Masterclass, not to replace human wisdom, but to strengthen it. You will walk away with a new way of thinking about AI, not as a threat, not as a master, but as a tool that serves divine purpose. Together, we will examine your work, what should be released, what can be automated, and where human discernment must remain, so that regardless of how technology evolves, you remain essential, you remain called, you remain indispensable. If you missed the previous session, this is your opportunity. If you attended before, this is your next level. On February 7th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, join us live on Zoom for a full day of faith-based AI masterclass. You will leave with clarity, with confidence, and with a framework for leading, not reacting, in the age of artificial intelligence. Registration is just $97. To register, visit zoeministries.com/masterclass9700. Faith is not being replaced by technology. It is being revealed through it. The Jordan Institute for Spiritual Technology and Digital Theology, where faith meets innovation.
Still here for those of y'all that are still here tonight. Tune in to William tonight. Archbishop Ebenard Jordan, Prophet Manasseh, and Bishop-elect Joshua will be on tonight. So do not forget to catch William on Sunday Night Live. That's my time, and I'm out.